Welcome to another edition of the Burnout Files. Episode 1. Teacher Bladder is Real. Do you take going to the bathroom for granted? If so, enjoy it because teachers are so often denied this basic human need. This is something we rarely talk about in education. The fact that people outside of the teaching profession have never heard of teacher bladder only highlights that our educational system sweeps work-related health issues under the rug. I mean, can you just imagine how many workers' compensation claims school districts would need to contend with if this knowledge actually got out? Teaching isn't just a job, it's a non-stop performance. You're often the only adult in the room, and you cannot leave students unattended. There's no sub, no coverage, and when your body needs a break, you are forced to ignore it. Lunch break is when administrators and counselors lay in wait outside your door. Planning periods are often hijacked to fulfill other duties such as meetings or coverage. And the 5 minutes you get between classes? Well, it's not enough, especially if the restrooms are far away. Me personally, I cannot tell you the number of times I was envious of a student's right to go whenever they needed or wanted. And yes, we've all held it, but doing that day after day, week after week comes with real consequences. Teacher bladder refers to the many physical and health issues caused by a teacher's inability to use the restroom when needed during the day. So, what is it caused by and what are the symptoms of teacher bladder? Well, we already know that it results from a teacher's habitual need to hold in urine for extended periods of time due to their inability to leave the classroom. But what actually happens physically when you do this 5 days per week, 8 hours per day? Well, as an analogy, let's think of your bladder as a water balloon. When it gets overfilled and overstretched, eventually, the rubber loses its elasticity. It doesn't snap back the way it did. That's what happens to the bladder when it's forced to hold too much for too long. It stretches beyond its healthy limits, and the muscles grow weaker, less responsive. For teachers, this repeated strain becomes a silent injury. It can cause increased frequency and urgency to urinate, leading to a vicious cycle of discomfort. Repeatedly delaying urination can also cause urinary tract infections, bladder infections, and kidney issues. It can even affect pelvic floor health, especially in women. It can also lead to urinary leakage or, worse, incontinence, resulting in the need for absorbent underwear. So, what do teachers do to avoid needing to go at all? Sadly, many teachers stop drinking water altogether. This can lead to dehydration, fatigue, and decreased mental clarity. My personal experience with this led me to the hospital, where I was diagnosed with severe dehydration. Teachers are not machines, they are humans. They deserve breaks, they deserve dignity. This isn't just poor planning, it's systemic neglect. Schools are underfunded, staffing is thin, and expectations are sky high. And the ones most affected? Women. Pregnant teachers, educators with chronic conditions such as IBS, diabetes, and interstitial cystitis. They're expected to just hold it and smile. We need clear policies that prioritize health, but none of this will change unless we start talking about it. Teacher bladder is a symbol of the deeper neglect teachers face regarding basic human dignity. It's not just about the physical act of holding it in. It's about a broken system that denies educators basic physiological needs, all in the name of productivity and supervision. If you are a teacher, please share your thoughts and/or experience in the comments. I would really love to hear from you. If you're a parent or administrator, ask your school, how can we support our teachers' health? Because if educators can't even care for themselves, how can they continue caring for our kids? And finally, no one should ever have to choose between their health and their job.